For Brandon's now over 600 points. He's the first player in FGCU history with more than 600 points in a single season. Mark, now one of 3 players in program history with 1,000 points and 600 rebounds. We will start with coach, and then that's a 4.711 is a league arena record. It was 4.702 against Mercer in 13.
Where is Brandon now at this point in the season?
6.01.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
And 9 dunks. I'm sure that'll come up at some point.
Yes.
We'll start with coach and open it up.
Great college atmosphere with the fans were terrific. And, rallied behind us when we got it going a little bit in the second half. Happy for our guys. I think we struggled a little tight in the first half and sort of figured it out at halftime and made some plays. And it's a really neat deal for our program to be able to play in the NCAA tournament.
Joe, the first half obviously dramatically different than the second half. What were your thoughts on the first half? And Driscoll said that y'all really didn't change a thing. I saw Brandon, of course, got on Dallas in the second half. But what was the difference in the second half?
Well, we obviously made some shots.
Okay.
We were a little sluggish in the first half. We didn't get the ball flat. We settled a little bit, flipped some balls up at the rim that weren't necessarily great shots. I thought, we didn't make 1-3 in the first half.
Yes.
And sort of struggled, but I thought, towards the second half we got Zach along the baseline a little bit more, and Brandon made some plays. And the other thing, I thought the real big difference was really the defense, because when you get stops, you get out in transition. We should definitely better defense in the second half.
Putting Brandon on Dallas a little bit more in the second half. I don't know if you got him in the first half at all. Was that to get him going a little?
It was really just so we didn't wear our own guys down. Brandon did a nice job on him. I thought Zach did a really good job. I thought Zach did an excellent job on him also. I thought Reggie Reed did a really nice job on him. And I thought, for the most part, I thought that Meach and Mark Eddy and I thought Kevin Mickle, their ball screen defense, and the way we were able to stay in ball screen defense and not really give up too many easy ones for the most part, were really big deal. Even Trey was terrific in ball screen defense also.
Joe, did you have to calm guys down at halftime at all, or is it
we felt like we were a little jittery. I felt like we were a little bit tight. We tried not to do that. There's nothing really to. We're not playing well. It's not time right there to beat anybody down. That's the time. Let's figure it out. We didn't think we played particularly well. A lot of it was attributed to them, and they got off to a good start. And if we had rebounded the ball a little bit better, I thought that would have even, we could have played even better.
2 quick questions, Coach. You mentioned Brandon defending Dallas. Was that a decision you guys made before the game that you keep him for the second half so you didn't have any fouls and have some freedom? And
we did it based upon foul trouble. So when Zach picked up, when Zach got his second, we got him off. When guys got fouls, we tried to do that. And then to tell you the truth, when we brought Reggie in, we tried to have Reggie guard him so that way we didn't wear Zach and Brandon down. And Reggie's a very good on-ball defender, and it helped. I think it helped save these guys on the offensive end.
Second point is, tell us a little bit, from my point of view, Brandon really willed himself in the game at the beginning. Can you expound on that? Second half, he really kind of toughened up.
Well, we felt, we didn't, I think the two, Zach and Brandon combined, we were like 2 for 15 at the half. And, we're right there in the game, and we thought that if we could get some things going, we got some easy baskets, and then we made a couple threes, which got our confidence going a little bit. And then, like I said, we defended, and we hold the team to 18% in the second half. I think that allowed us to get since our offense wasn't great, it allowed us to get our confidence that, hey, we can get some stops and we'll get a bucket here, and we sort of chipped away and went from 3 to 5 to 7, and then sort of got it going.
Brandon, what was the difference for you in the second half? Did you get any charge out of a little bit of one-on-one with Dallas at any point?
Oh, no. I think first half, all of us, our minds were all over the place, especially for me, first time being there, didn't know what to expect. But then, I had my teammates and my coach, tell me just calm down, play, and get others involved, and that really helped me to go out there and relax and play like we normally do. So,
Joe, does it feel a little different with this bunch that has been together now for a pretty good while, going into the NCAA tournament? People are talking 14, 13's not out of the realm. Feel a little different as you get ready to go into the NCAA tournament?
A little bit older guys have been we've been through it. We have a bunch of guys that have played in the NCAA tournament before. It's great that Brandon gets an opportunity to have guys like Meach and Mark Eddy that have played it, and even our young guards last year. We played with all those young guards last year, and they know what the feel is. It's not a novelty, and it's sort of now they know what to expect.
Meach, before the second half started, you kind of looked over at me and grinned and nodded, like, we got this. Is that the way you guys felt when you started the second half?
Oh yeah, we came out sluggish, and we knew what we had to do to pick ourselves up. And before the second half started, stacked up in the locker room, talked, and we got our heads straight and came out with great energy.
I haven't counted up how many you had today, but you guys had 9 overall. Must have been a lot of fun for you yet again.
You know it.
Your hands hurt at all from that?
Not at all.
Joe, how important were those dunks for Beach to kind of keep you guys in it with the lobs, and then obviously Kevin Mickle too? You know, he gave you a lot of energy in the first half.
Well, I think at one point, with the exception of Brandon hitting a short jump shot in the first half, I don't think we had anything but dunks.
That's cool.
We were atrocious shooting the ball to begin with, and then we stopped settling. I thought a little early we were amped up a little bit and settled for jump shots and weren't in rhythm, and then we sort of slowed down a little bit and made decisions and got to the rhythm. And I thought those things got us going a little bit and got our crowd going.
Brandon, at the half, I'm talking to RJ out in the parking lot, and we're like, the Goodwood's not going to score 3 points in the second half. They're not going to give up all these long rebounds. They're not going to make 1 3-pointer, et cetera, et cetera. Is that kind of the way you guys felt, that we could play so much better than this and we'll go ahead and take it over?
Yeah, we knew what we had to do in the second half. You know, me, Meach, Zach, all the captains got together and we calmed our guys down, and we told each other what to expect in the second half. They gave us, I think that they gave us a pretty good run in the first half. I mean, we didn't play as well as we knew we could, and so we definitely came out looking to get each other and get more involved in defense and push the ball a lot more often.
How's this feel, man? It's your first one.
Feels pretty good. We're not done yet though. I'm happy, but I think we can keep going. So I'm definitely happy and going to enjoy this ride, and then we're going to get ready for the tournament.
How fun was it there?
You guys gave up 60 a game in the 3 conference tournament games. Is defense, has it been an overlooked element for this group? The perception of this group.
The weird thing is usually we've gotten better. Usually we're better early in the season defensively, and then we've gotten better as the season's gone along defensively. And I think one of the things that happened, and we talked about it all the time, is we scored easier than we have in the other years. So now what happens? Sometimes guys take defense for granted. And I think we realize that if you have those games where you can't score, if they can't score, they can't beat you. So the guys have done a better job of having a defensive mentality and doing much better job on that.
Brandon, when you guys really were getting on that roll in the second half, I assume kind of like Meach, you were having a good bit of fun out there, finally able to kind of relax, let it go, and probably enjoying yourselves. It looked like you guys were.
Definitely, we were able to attack the middle, get our big men involved. And they're dunking the ball, and the fans are going crazy. That really fuels us. So we were able to open up, relax and get comfortable and start playing how we normally play.
Brandon, when Zach finally hits a 3-ball just at the end of the first half, how much was that kind of a sigh of relief, seeing like, hey, now we can actually make some? It just kind of loosened you guys up and realizing you were able to kind of turn the corner in the second half.
Yeah, we knew it would come. I told him, keep shooting, keep your hand up, and CT, I told him be ready to shoot. Me and Zach are going to get in there, drive and just keep your feet set. Same thing Coach said, be ready to shoot, stop hopping into your shots. And so once we saw a couple go in, we were able to get a rhythm going, and we were able to shot fake, get in the middle and dump it down to Meach and Mark. So it was good all around.
I think it was
What's this coming week like traditionally as far as schedule-wise, and what you try to
We've got
accomplish?
spring break, so we got plenty of time to practice, which is good news. So that's all they want to do. They want to practice the whole week since there's no 20-hour. So, we're going to give the guys. We've been a little beat up. We get some days, a day here and there off. Get in here. It's a little bit different because we can start looking a little bit at some tape, guessing at who you might be matched with, and it's a random guess. But you can start doing some math on some of these deals, and we'll get some work in at the latter part of the week and go out and go recruiting.
But the beach on campus is the extent of the spring break.
Well, we'll take good care of them. But the real big thing is to get these guys some rest. It's been a bit of a grind for us, so I think have a day here and there to get off their feet and rest their bodies, and then we'll get after when we come back and get ready for the tournament.
Do you like being one of the conferences that gets in early, where you do have that week, that luxury?
I think yes and no. What it does is it condenses the season, so it's now all of a sudden you're playing more games quickly during the season. But now I think the way our season's gone, it's been a grinder. I think that hopefully it'll give our guys an opportunity to get their feet and relax and rest some and get their bodies. And he's been beat up, Mark's been beat up, so maybe we definitely won't do, we're off tomorrow, we definitely won't do any contact at a minimum on Tuesday, and one of these other days we won't do any contact just to try to get our legs underneath.
Joe, this UNF team has scored 80, 90 points the last couple games. Last game they shot 57%. Can you call this one of your best defensive efforts of the year?
Second half, definitely. The real key, we think, was our ball screen defense. We did a good job of stringing ball screens out, and then we didn't give up easy throwback plays. Guys did a nice job bluffing. We did a good job of stringing the ball screen out. We didn't give up a lot of easy ones. And, statistically, I believe they were 8-0 if they made 9 or more three-point field goals in conference games. So that was something we talked to our guys about, that if you get them off the line, we'll scramble afterwards. And I thought the guys did a good job, especially in the second half. They didn't give them very many easy looks.
Meech, you guys have more in mind, obviously, but just to get to this point, you were limited last year, and just the strength that you guys did this with this season, finishing off with a convincing win. You didn't have it in the ASUN final last year. How satisfying is all of this for you?
It's very satisfying. Knowing that I can get to go play out in the NCAA tournament fully healthy, I don't know his mind, but going back to back, that's even better. We got to give it to my great coaches, great teammates, and yeah, it's going to be fun.
Can you tell me this one compare to last year?
Last year was more of a, it was more of a grinding game, our final game. We went to overtime. And this year, I feel like we have more chemistry as a team, and our defense, like Coach said, is getting better instead of worse as the year going on, and that's a big part of it.
Joe, you kind of said the entire year that your ceiling is so high. Is the second half kind of an idea of what your ceiling can be?
There's some spurts. We've had some spurts where we've been really good. It'd be good this week to, like I said, get some rest and see if we can tweak some things. One good thing about having the week off is you can do some things that you haven't been able to do for a while because we've been shortening practices, and I think just the grind of it mentally. So hopefully, I think we can get in here and correct some things that we've had problems with and get better this week.
Brandon, last year, so now it's been a long journey. How good a feeling is this, is to go through that journey and be here at this point?
It's amazing. I practice. We went to warrior practice every day, and I got to watch them on TV while I was at home, and I watched them on TV. It was still a good feeling, knowing that I helped them a little bit get that far. So, and it's even better, to actually get on the court and enjoy that moment when the buzzer sounds. We all get to celebrate, and so I'm excited to get back there with them, and hopefully we can make it past that first round, and we can keep it going. So we'll see what goes, but I'm definitely excited for this moment.
Meech, last year, obviously Joe and Fly and company, they'll scout out teams for you and stuff. But you guys, last year, did you guys really watch a lot of games and kind of try to speculate amongst yourselves who you're going to end up being paired against?
Oh yeah, of course. Just to see, there's a lot of competition out there, and we don't know who we're playing. Just to go and sit on the couch, watch a couple games, it doesn't hurt at all.
Did you watch like 1,000 games about this time last year?
I don't know how many games I watched last year, but 1,000 probably.
Joe, how much?
This team came into the year from day one with that bullseye on them. And if we didn't win today, some people probably would have thought, the outside might have thought this was a disappointing finish or whatever. How did this group handle that? And did you guys embrace it, or did you kind of ignore it and leave the noise just out there?
Talk about Warren. I think one of the great things about that we talk about it, and I say this, and I've been fortunate. A lot of years doing this, and a lot of things have happened. Winning's hard. I don't care where you are. And people say this and say that, and I really don't. Until you've experienced it, the good, the bad, the ugly, but you've all experienced all of it. I don't think we don't like. I've been forced to 18 straight postseasons. I don't take it for granted at all. I tell these guys that all the time. And the good thing is embrace it. Why wouldn't you want to be good? If you want to have a program that wants to be successful, there's going to be pressure. If you can't take the pressure, you shouldn't go to places that there's pressure to play at. It's the same thing whether you're at a Carolina or Kansas or a Duke. If that's too much, you shouldn't do it. And I think these guys have embraced it, and we talk about it all the time. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
how much better off are you guys going to feel going into the tournament? You know, last year you had the play-in game. This time you don't know who you're going to get, but you're going to at least be a higher seed. You know, mathematically you're in a better position to win games.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing for us is, try to figure out a couple things this week to get better at. And I mean, you can randomly guess, but then, then the other tournaments start, and now someone gets beat or they get dinged or so-and-so jumps up a line or all those other things. But I think the other thing is when you're experienced, the experienced teams usually, since our guys have been through it, they have a little bit better feel. It's not the novelty of it, so hopefully that'll help us a little bit confidence-wise.
You guys are 14, maybe a 13?
But a lot of it depends on how some of these other tournaments go and who gets, some of the schools that get dinged. And
Brandon, you talked about being a little shaky in that first half, this being your first conference championship game. What is something you guys have to do to make sure you guys don't experience that shakiness when you guys are in the tournament?
Just come out with amazing energy, honestly. Everything else will start to fall into place. Second half, when we didn't worry about much, we got each other involved, we did what we had to do offensively and defensively. Then, all the judging stuff went away. We just played for one another instead of, worrying about what's going to happen. We just went out there and played as hard as we could. So that'll be our main focus going into a tournament, starting off the first half right, and especially playing good defense and rebounding the ball. And offense will come.
Brandon, when you guys are clicking like you were in the second half, do you feel like you can beat anybody in the country?
I definitely feel like we can compete with anyone in the country. We know what we're capable of, and we know if we're doing all that coach asks of us, we can definitely win the game. So, yeah.
We talk a couple more for that.
62-55, I think it was, Brandon. They had cut your lead down a little bit, and I think you hit a late in the shot clock 3-pointer right over Dallas. Just what the situation was for you guys. They were squeaking back a little.
We were trying to, I forgot what play we were trying to run, but the ball kind of got a little stagnant, and I just looked up at the shot clock. They didn't pressure us as much as they were in the first half, in the second half, so I just decided to just rise up and just shoot it.
All right, thanks.
Thanks so much, guys.
Hey, guys.